Hi, Wolf here. I've been hearing more about these Vibe coding tools, so I thought I'd give them a shot. In order to make it fair, I thought I'd try something that I didn't know how to do. So I went out to make an AI-powered game for the iPhone. Here's how it went. It turns out to make an iPhone app, you need to write it in Swift using Xcode. I programmed, but I've never used Swift or Xcode, so it seemed like a great test case. Using Cursor, I asked it to design a connection scheme like the New York Times version, only for the iPhone. It asked a few clarifying questions and then just wrote all the Swift code itself. You can see that Cursor added the files and the code straight into Xcode. Now let's try running it. Wow. The first attempt, it had something that looks very much like connections, but it doesn't take any of the click items. So ask it to fix that. That wouldn't work. So this time I'm going to take all of the information from the console and give it to them. Sometimes it takes multiple attempts to get it to actually debug properly. There we go. So the problem was that it wasn't changing the background color. Now let's see. So great. So now that works, which is great. All right. So let's randomize the word order so the user won't know where they are. Great. So now they're random. Perfect. It'd be nice if it actually kept track of what all the categories were. So let's do that. Perfect. Now it keeps track of the successful guesses and displays them in the category below. So the next problem is that right now it's just using the same words over and over again. So obviously we want to have new puzzles, and ideally random puzzles. Perfect place for an AI. So for this, I decided to use OpenAI's assistants. Pretty much it's just a version of ChatGPT where you can save the prompt. Here's how you make an assistant. You effectively just use an API to go and create the assistant. Here is a AI-generated prompt that I use for it. Once you've created it, you can query it just using your OpenAI key and the name of the assistant. And you can see that it's sending it back in a JSON format with its the category name and the words associated with it. I have an OpenAI assistant that will provide you the words and categories to you in JSON format. Query this is the words, and then it will start making some changes, and I'll obviously need to give it the permissions and the assistant ID. After updating that and a few more interface changes, then I've ended up with a tool that looks like this, and you can just start playing directly. You notice there's sounds with animations. You can also shuffle for a new one. Shuffle the game to get something. You play a new game. And that's the app. Hope that was helpful. The whole process took me about 7 hours. Knowing what I know now, it would probably take about 2. There's still quite a bit of debugging that has to be done, but the good news is that if you're persistent, Cursor will take care of almost all of it for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now go out there and make something cool.